Man, you already know what it is. Jay Williams, let's live life, and we're back. Yeah.
That remind me, just hanging out, looking like you, just hey, what's up, though? Caught you lacking.
What are you doing in my truck? I don't want no problems, dog.
I told you I was taking over. I told you, this is my show. Shut your punk ass up.
Oh, easy now. Where'd you get that from?
Nintendo, punk, that's where I got it from.
We convicted felons, you can't.
Say one more word. One more word. I swear for God.
All right. Detroit Urban Survival Tactics. Bum. Another one bites the dust, and another one does, and another one does, another one bites the dust. Man, you already know what it is. Jay Williams, let's live life, and we're back. Crazy weekend, crazy topic at hand. But it's nothing new. Doesn't shock me. Doesn't surprise me. Maybe y'all don't remember the things I remember. I've seen this time and time again. How many times have y'all seen somebody on Facebook Live? You see like the video afterwards on Facebook Live, smiling and talking, chopping it up with their people, laughing and joking. And you see them glimpse over real quick and boom, shots go off and the phone drops. Or they're in their car, boom, they get hit and they slump over. We've seen it with Facebook, Instagram, all these major platforms. See, what we have happening is a lot of this. People are quick to run their mouths and start beefs these days. They feel like doing it over social media is a safe place to do it. You can get on here, poke your chest out, right? Swell up, be tough for the world. And you think that when you turn your camera off, it's just a video, that's the end, right? Nah. I'm a YouTuber, let me tell you this. When you turn the camera off and you post that video, that's just the beginning. Now everybody's seen it. Everybody knows your face. You're painting this image of who you want the world to think you are. And then it all comes to light. You want to be known. You want to be a celebrity. What happens when you get known for all the wrong reasons? What happens when the love turns to hate? What happens when somebody decides to test all that you've been talking? This is not the place to come make enemies. I've told y'all this before, and I'll tell you again. I don't go back and forth with people. I don't promote violence. I don't promote hate. I do not have the time. I will get on here and tell you quickly, I don't want no problems, man. I want to be here to watch my son go to school. I want to be here to watch him graduate. I want to die as an old man in my bed surrounded by my loved ones. I didn't make it this far. I didn't go through everything I went through to lose my life behind social media, running my mouth, disrespecting somebody. No matter what you say about me, how many videos you make about me, you're not going to get a response out of me. Why would I add fuel to something that is essentially just a little spark? Think about it now. For every YouTuber that has ever went at another YouTuber or another channel, when you're the bigger channel and you respond to somebody that's not on your level, they are just a spark. You're a fire. By you responding to them, you turn them into a fire. You not responding to them, what happens to a spark when you don't add anything to it? It sizzles out. Don't let these platforms, these people, any of this, put a battery in your back, as we call it, and wind you up. and send you out there to fail, man. Do not get on here fighting, beefing, running your mouth, thinking everything's sweet, because it's not. Somebody will run up on you. It's the first video I'm doing that I've told you I was going to do in these, I don't know, journalist style, documentary styles. I told y'all I was coming. Crazy enough, the first video is going to be on Savage Studios. Now, I don't know the dude personally. Never had any words with him. Never spoken with him. I've never beefed with him. All I know is what I see on the internet. I know that dude was real reckless with his mouth. I know that he made a lot, and when I mean a lot of enemies. I know that he spoke on gangs that you should never speak on, and then tried to backpedal and apologize, but by then it's too late. Many times he said, man, I let the liquor get me a little out there last night. I think I said too much, man. I like to say I'm sorry. Like I told you, it's already out there for the world. It's because you apologize don't mean nobody's accepting it. Now, before we get into this video, I'm not saying that his videos, social media, or any of that had anything to do with the man getting killed. If I had to guess, I would say that he had something to do with it. I would say that it was either something he said, a telephone conversation, or something to do with the internet. But I don't know that to be proof. I do know more about the shooter because I've dug. And dug, I know what he looks like. I know his background. But I'm not going to put all that out there because the world doesn't know. Never am I going to speak on something or add something that's not already known. With all that being said, this is the first episode of what's to come. And I don't need you're trying to be like 1090J. There is no way to do this but to do it the right way and do it the realest way I know possible. And that's what I'm going to give y'all. Also, shout out to my man, my new co-host, Jay Willem, in the back seat. Thank you, Kenny. Kenny caught me lacking. Like Savage got caught lacking, Kenny caught me lacking. The only difference was I don't run around making enemies. Kenny is a viewer, a subscriber that showed up to one of my job sites Friday. Drove quite a distance. And it was all love, man. He brought me this, had it made for me. He's a loyal subscriber, viewer. Made me happy, man. And through the course of the last few days, I've ran into so many people, which is not uncommon for people to notice me in public, especially with Jay Williams, Let's Live Life on the back window. But this week, it's been like a record of people that have noticed me and that I've, dapped up, I've hugged, I've, said thank you to. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. If you see me, say what's up or just salute, man. I love each and every one of y'all. With all that being said, man, let's go ahead and get into this video. You know how to live it, so let's relive it. During the early hours of Friday, August 19, 2022, at 4:34 a.m., a call came into the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. The caller stated that a man had been shot outside of the Smoking Guns Tattoo Parlor located at 55435 29 Palms Highway in Palm Desert, California. Upon arrival, officers found a deceased male laying in the parking lot of the Smoking Guns Tattoo Parlor. Cause of death was very clear. Officers arrived to find a male laying on the pavement with multiple gunshot wounds. Cause of death was determined to be a fatal shot to the head. The 31-year-old victim was identified as Steven Segala, a.k.a. Savage Studios. Segala, once a Los Angeles native, had moved to the small town of Yucca Valley, located within the San Bernardino, California area. The investigation revealed that the victim, Steven Segala, aka Savage Studios, was once an employee of the Smoking Guns Tattoo Shop and was known to frequently visit this location. The investigation quickly uncovered that Savage Studios was a well-known YouTuber that at one point had accumulated over 127,000 subscribers. Savage Studios initially came onto the YouTube scene as a positive channel. The ex-con that had previously served a 10-year sentence was well known for his videos on family, relationships, dogs, and prison-related content. that would only last for so long. Shortly after his career took off, Savage's content went from being positive to being the center of countless internet feuds. Savage, a former gang member, was quickly exposed. We all know the internet is undefeated. If you say something, people are going to research it and check it. The things he was saying just weren't adding up. People flocked to the internet to say this guy's a liar, and that yes, he was a gang member, but that he was actually a PC dropout that had served his time in protective custody while in California's prison system. From there, everything started to spiral out of control.
You're speaking on my name. My dick is in your mouth. It stays there. Trying to do, because I will just punish you.
The videos he posted after being called out quickly started an online war. His mouth was starting trouble. Not only was he beefing with pretty much every YouTuber that had spoken his name, he also started bashing other gangs, as well as known and active gang members. Getting drunk online, making threats, and calling people out quickly became what he was known for.
Fuck lying, man. Fuck lying, man. Fuck lying. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about Pacas 13, the PJs, none of that. It's 2-5. That's it. Period, point blank. I don't bang nothing else. Get at me.
The days of giving others advice were long gone. The drunken rants, verbal threats, disrespect, and constant invites to fight would quickly become what you thought of whenever you heard his name.
Your homies is bitches and everybody else is bitches. You should have let me out your mouth, pussy boy. You run the fade. Or your followers is bitches too. That part.
He would go on to beef with some of the most violent gangs in California, but only over the internet, thinking that words have no consequences. And we all know that's not true. Even at times calling people out by name, even going as far as disrespecting gangs that have warned him not to do so, telling him, don't do that again. Then there was a Walmart incident that led to his arrest. The charges quickly became public, leading everyone to speculate that he was some sort of a sex offender. The incident involved in a dressing room. Once again, he was the center of attention for all the wrong reasons.
Not signing no sexual bullshit. Fuck what this bitch is saying. She's full of shit. She's just mad. It's cool. You know, I never did no funny shit. I never did no foul shit. I don't got no beef with Walmart, you know what I mean? I don't have no problems.
It wouldn't be long after this incident, and videos started to surface on the internet of a drunken fight that had taken place on a Huntington Beach pier in California, involving Savage and a group of young men and women. During the scuffle, his phone was lost.
You asked me why I ain't got my channel, man. You could thank that little young punk. The girl. Yeah, she swiped my shit, man. She got it. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the game, man. It ain't the first time someone's girlfriend stole my stuff while I was beating their ass. That's pretty sad.
That phone being his key to YouTube. Not only did he use that phone to record all his videos, it was also the key to his YouTube channel, with all his Google information and his Google passwords stored inside. So when he lost that, he lost his channel. He was never able to recover that info, and just like that, a drunken decision cost him his YouTube channel with over 100,000 subs. He started over from scratch, and considering the direction his channel had taken, most would think losing that phone was a blessing. It's not what happened. He just created a new channel and picked up right where that pier incident left off.
But it's time I made the channel, you know what I'm saying? Let you guys know I'm not gonna just disappear. I know that
bystanders stated that he spoke with the police that night and went as far as telling on the people he had gotten fighting with. So now he was labeled a snitch.
is that I ratted, right? That I snitched. When the cop came up the pier running up, I already told you, I was the first person that was put in handcuffs. None of those guys.
The new channel, created August 29, 2020, took on the name Savage Studios. The channel previously known as the Savage Family or Savage Affiliates had come to an end. With this new channel, you would think he would have left the drama behind, but instead he dropped his first video and immediately jumped right back into fighting with others.
But I'll let that clown and that bozo continue to use my name, because I don't know if y'all noticed, but he's still at 22,000 subs, and that's it. Same thing for all the rest of these haters who just constantly keep recycling daddy's name.
Even stating that it was no big deal that this new channel would gain over 100,000 subs in no time, just like his old one did, and that he would lap everyone a second time.
You know what? I could do it again. Matter of fact, let me do it twice. Let me lap these other channels that hate on me 2 times. Let me show them 2 times where they stand and where I stand. Because
At the time of his death, just a little over 2 years since creating the new channel, he only had a little over 16,000 subs. He went on to drop video after video, and regardless of what the video was titled, he still would at some point feed right back into the beefs he kept going. The list of enemies he made along the way continued to grow with every video he made. Some people would do anything for the price of fame. We all know that to be true. Savage Studios was no exception. In fact, he was a prime example of doing just that. He transitioned over to TikTok, gaining a newfound platform and new followers. That channel did surpass his YouTube videos. 140,000 subs on that TikTok channel. But the money a TikToker makes compared to a successful YouTuber is nowhere near the same. It's speculated that a TikTok post is what led to his demise. That post would reveal his location, therefore letting all the enemies he had created know exactly where he could be found. On October 19, 2022, just 2 years and 10 days after creating the second channel, it all came to an end. Eyewitness testimony has led detectives to believe that this all started from a fight that initially started inside the tattoo shop, and then it spilled outside. Moments later, gunshots rang out. As stated earlier, Steven Seagal, aka Savage Studios, was hit numerous times throughout his body, and then once in the head. A description of the alleged shooter and vehicle that he was driving was given to the police. An APB was put out for a red Dodge Durango. Within minutes, police had apprehended 33-year-old Manuel Robledo without incident. Reports say Robledo was acting suspiciously near the scene of the crime. Robledo was said to be driving a red Dodge Durango when pulled over. That was later reported stolen out of San Bernardino. Manuel Robledo is currently being held at the Central Detention Center without bail and is scheduled to appear in court on August 23rd. There's not much information out about him right now. We can only speculate and guess that that's to protect him while he's incarcerated. This whole ordeal did not shock me. Obviously, everybody saw this coming. Savage had went on the internet for the world to see. I said, I'm right here. Y'all still ain't killed me. Y'all ain't doing nothing but talking. I'm alive. He had said it time and time again. He would not be the first person, and he will not be the last that had done exactly what he did. Don't go poking a hornet's nest and get surprised when you get stung. Don't play with fire and be surprised when you get burned. With these type of things, we all should learn from these situations. We should look at what this person's done and learn from it. Damn, I might want to watch the way I move. Damn, I might not want to go around starting problems with everybody. It's real. You know who the victims are here? It's not him. He's not the victim. Because he got what he was looking for. This was a product of something that he had a part of. You know who the victims are? His kid. His loved ones. The family members that have to bury him. They're the victims. The ones that actually care about him. Because we all know, from watching YouTube, watching all the videos that have been dropped since he died, not many people on this platform cared for him. In fact, I've seen some of the greasiest, disrespectful type things said about the man since he died. And I can't tell anybody they're right or wrong for feeling the way they feel, because the majority of the people that said what they said had a beef with him at some point, had words with him at some point, didn't like him. Nobody's sad when their enemy dies. And sadly enough, this dude had became the majority of people's op. People prayed for his downfall, and he thought he was untouchable. You ain't bulletproof. You ain't Iron Man. If somebody wants to touch me, guess what? I'm going to get touched. But I don't ever want to put myself in a situation to leave that little boy crying, or to leave my wife crying. No mother or father should ever have to bury their child. But still, these dudes don't get it, man. They just run around the streets doing what they want to do, thinking they're untouchable, until somebody reaches out like AT&T and touches that ass. Then you've got the shooter, who will now go do the rest of his life in prison. I'm sure people are going to praise him. Dude Savage was a dropout, a gang dropout that had talked plenty shit about plenty of people. A lot of people wanted to see that man hurt. A lot of people wanted to see him dead. So now you got a man that's going off to prison for the rest of his life. He ain't the victim. The family he leaves behind has got to deal with the nonsense. They got to go out and work for a living to put money on this man's books for what he's done. So who's the winner? Who won? When both families are torn apart, they're the victims here. Straight like that, man. I can't tell you how many times I put myself in them same shoes. I was just blessed enough to come out on top, man. Truth be told, I shouldn't be here today. The Grim Reaper came after me many times, knocked on my door many times, felt bullets slide by me. I've been hit by broken glass as bullets shattered the glass. I made it home one night with a bullet in my hoodie. Like a hole. I found a hole in my hoodie. Unscathed. Didn't get hit. But my hoodie did. God had a bigger plan for me. If you are somebody that is watching, do your best to fix the damage you've done before the Grim Reaper comes knocking. Everybody doesn't get lucky. Nobody wakes up and says, hey, I'm going to die today. Not unless they plan on committing suicide. Starts off like any other day. But it ends like no day you've ever had before. Because you don't see the end. You don't see yourself laying there when the police show up and zip your body up and throw your cold body on that morgue table. You don't get to see none of that. You get to gasp, lay there in shock, and fade to black. And in the end, who do you blame? The shooter or yourself? Watch what you do, people. You see these things happening? Learn from them. Don't become the next Savage. Don't become the shooter. People were saying, man, the cops ain't gonna catch who did it. Nobody cares. So many murders in Cali. This is normal. They don't always catch the killer. No, they don't. They caught this dude at the scene. Y'all wake up, man. Wake up. So as you can see, I'm doing exactly what I told y'all I was going to do. I'm going to make my videos at night and drop them the next day. So if you're watching this, it is now Monday and it's back to the grind. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. It sucks these videos got to be made. But I can promise you this. The message in today's video is going to change somebody's life. This video right here, if you pay attention, can be what keeps you alive. It can be what keeps your mother, your father, your children, the people that care about you from having to mourn. Everybody wants to be the bad guy, right? Right? You see how that ended for Tony. And y'all see how it ended for Savage. Here's the crazy part. Content like this will never go away. Because people will always do what they've always done. Some people can't help running their mouth. Some people have to lash back. Some people have to respond. Some people have got to have that flame burner at all times. Some of y'all aren't going to let the spark go out. I am. Never will I help you create a fire that will burn me. Take my advice, man. I wouldn't steer y'all wrong. I love each and every one of y'all. And I thank y'all for following me on this journey. Never do I want to get on here and have to make a video about one of you. We live and we learn. My heart goes out to his family. I can't say rest in peace to him. I can't. But I can say my heart goes out to the people that had nothing to do with this, man. They're the ones that lost. But anyways, these jails, detention centers, these prisons, these streets, they're all just crazier world inside of an already crazy world we live in. And as always, y'all know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to keep y'all entertained. Are you not entertained? And like always, this is Jay Williams, Let's Live Life. And to all my real ones, and there are some real ones watching, because y'all still watching me. Man, y'all know how we do. Salute. I just saw his ass move. Jay Willem? Jay Willem? It's my co-host, y'all. You'll be seeing a lot more of him. Peace.